Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Adventure Backpacking with Tom. I think it's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm just getting up. That's where I set my tent last night. I got in kind of late in the dark, so I set up in the dark. Had an interesting night. There was definitely some critters crawling around out here. I'm not sure what they were. At one point, I decided to close the front of my tent. I normally just had the screen sitting there open for a little extra breeze, and I got a little spooked, so I closed up the outside that you can see there behind me. And then the wind picked up so much, it was like I didn't realize I set the tent underneath like a hickory tree, so I was getting bombed like World War II with hickory nuts all night. So not sure how much sleep I got, but I did get some. Branch fell down. One of these rotted branches came down and hit the tent. Spooked me a little bit. That's about it. I'm gonna get on the trail in a little while after I get packed up and eat a little breakfast, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm almost ready. Got my bag packed. I just got to pack up my tent now. Everything else is cleaned up. A couple through hikers just came by, and they offered me some snacks. I guess when I hiked in last night, I hiked by like 4 tents and a hammock that was just a little ways away, and these guys just stopped, said good morning to me, and they told me somebody dropped off a bag of treats. It's what they call trail magic. So I guess there's a bunch of goodies and snacks and stuff down there that they're gonna just leave for the next kind of people who come by. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't want to carry any more weight, so I'm not going to go bother with it, but I'll be out of here shortly. Get back on trail in probably 5-10 minutes. All right, I am finally back on trail. It's a beautiful morning. I got I think it's about 6.5 miles or 7 miles heading to Harper's Ferry. I'm going back there again. Last time I was here, it was in the winter time. There's actually no foliage. Everything was brown as could be. So I wanted to come back out and see the trail, which now looks like a green tunnel. But it's a beautiful day, nice cool breeze, and temps aren't going to get too hot. I'm only supposed to go up about 75 out here in the mountains. So I should be down to Harper's Ferry in like 2.5 hours. I'm going to cruise through there, and then my plan is to go into the Maryland side and hike up a mountain on the other side there. It's a trail that goes up to a lookout called the Maryland Heights, and then off of that there's another trail that goes up even higher and overlooks the east side of the mountain, and I think that's where I'm going to spend the night tonight. So hopefully I got about 13 miles to do today total when it's all said and done, and tomorrow I'll probably have 8 or 9. So it'll be a good weekend. I did about 4.5 last night. Set up in the dark, but it's all good. I wanted to show you a few things. These berries right here, they grow wild all over Northern Virginia, probably other places as well, but people out here call them wine berries, and all they are is they're wild raspberries and blackberries, and you can see them. They're just every place. In about another week, when these little buds right here open up, they'll produce some fruit, and when you know how to pick them, it's after the shininess wears off the berry, and when they go a little bit dull, that's when they have that sweet flavor. Other than that, they'll have a little bit of a tartness, but they're all over the mountains, and they're all over the trails, and even sides of the roads and cities and stuff. So I always find that interesting. I like to be able to forage my own food on the trails. You can see this trail is mighty rocky, so it's hard for me to walk and videotape at the same time. Harpers Ferry was bustling all day long. Beautiful day, tons and tons of people out here. Parking lot overflowing, restaurants overflowing, tons of people. I gotta get out of here. Saturday afternoon, folks. I apologize for the wind if you can't hear this. Not much I can do about that. I'm walking down along Potomac River, the Maryland side of Harpers Ferry, and I probably will have another 5 miles to do tonight. I spent quite a bit of time in town. Not that I really wanted to be around all those people, but just because it was such a beautiful day and there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to see. So I got into town early this morning, around 9 o'clock, and I spent the whole day there. I'm just heading out now and gonna crank out this last 6 or 7 miles, find a place to camp tonight, and I'll finish up tomorrow. But beautiful day out here. The river is raging, the wind is crazy, and just all in all, turned out to be a decent day. There's a deer up ahead. I'm trying not to spook, but it's under a mulberry tree, and it's just scooping up all the mulberries, both sides of the grass and the trail here. Having himself a good breakfast there. Blue heron enjoying this old canal, which now has just become a reptile heaven. Birds, frogs, turtles, snakes, all these. Blue heron enjoying this old canal, which now has just become a hey folks, Sunday morning, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. If they watch this, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody that likes this kind of stuff and wants to watch. Keeps my morale up. So I'm going to complete this this walk a little bit early this morning. I'm only doing seven and a half this morning. Complete the walk by 11 o'clock and go do some festivities at home. Anyway, I started Friday night, did 4.5. Then I went down into Harpers Ferry, and I spent about 4 hours there, just touring around the town. That town is just so cute. It's a nice little town with tons and tons of history. So once it started to get too crowded, I bailed and went over across the Potomac into Maryland, and I proceeded to hike another. I went 5.5 miles, I think it was, to Weaverton Cliffs, because I know there's a campground up there, and wouldn't you know, it was full. There was no space at all, and Maryland is one of those states where you can't just set up a tent anywhere. At least you're not supposed to. So I couldn't really find any place up there to camp, so I hiked all the way back down to the towpath, where I know there's some places you can camp along the Potomac River. So I did about another 7 miles backtracking and finding a place to camp. And now I'm headed to a place called Pointer Rocks, Maryland, which is right over the Potomac River from Virginia. So I'm gonna get it picked up there and get a ride back home. And that was my weekend. It was a good weekend cap. Had a lot of miles in, and a lot of good views. Boy, the trails since the winter time have really filled up with foliage. It's amazing. So hope you enjoy the videos. Thanks for watching. Again, happy Father's Day to everybody.